Hey guys, Plasma1945 with you, and I am not in an Apache. I'm going to try to shoot down Apaches in a Tunguska mobile SAM. And I realized that you could shoot down the hellfire missiles that are being fired at you with your cannons. That's right, the high-speed cannons do actually work, but it takes a lot of practice. You got to see this video in the link below for all the chances that I had to shoot one down, and I got killed over and over and over again. This one, I actually shot down the missile and I went to myself, holy crap, it hasn't hit me, I'm still alive. Alright, by this point I also learned that you could use trees for cover, so I am hopping tree to tree and looking at my onboard radar. So my onboard radar is showing the Apaches as a rectangle, and the scale is a 20 scale, so those Apaches are pretty close. They're within about 5 kilometers, about 3-4 miles. And basically what you do is you press the insert key to go outside, press F1 key to go into the gunner's view, and E to switch weapons, and you can launch these missiles. These are guided missiles at the Apache. So I did get one there, but it takes a lot of practice because you have to guide the missile all the way through. If you guys know how to launch the missile so it tracks automatically, let me know, but so far I haven't figured that out. But it is actually a really fun way to deal with the Apaches, because I don't want to learn how to fly the Apache, but I can shoot missiles at it. So here I fire another missile. I'm in external view. There is no way of getting it. I try to go into internal view, to gunner's view, and yeah, not much help there. The second missile though, does it get to the target? No, second missile goes stupid too, and then it's number 3. Come on, number 3. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Apache down. All right, so I took out 2 Apaches and I survived one missile that was coming at me. Driving around this Tunguska, arrow keys, WASD, all that stuff, it all works great. I'm hiding out underneath these trees because I did see a launch of a missile on me. Now your radar will not work if you have trees between you and the targets, which is very nicely modeled. Honestly, Combined Arms is an underplaned module. All you got to do is set up a map and make the vehicles player controllable and press right Alt J to jump into a vehicle. So here I use trees for cover, and I'm sneaking back around, looking at my radar, trying to spot any more hostiles. And you do have to change gears, so the letter Z and the letter X will change your gears from rear, neutral, and oh crap, there's a missile. Okay, missile's coming at me, and I'm trying to change my gear. There you go, gear is in reverse, backing up, backing up. Now, the only hope here is that the ballistic trajectory of the missile is not going to hit me, that's going to hit the tree. Great success, I am alive. Alright, Mr. Tunguska, here we go, let's go get those choppers. So yeah, using the arrow keys and Z and X to change your gear. You can change your weapon by pressing E, so you can change from your primary to a secondary, primary being the autocannons, the secondary being the guided missiles, and insert puts you into this external view. But if you do want precision hits, especially with missile launches, you do want to go into the internal view. So I actually pressed the map view to see what's going on, and yes, I've got labels out. Don't blame me for it. The reason I've got labels is because I'm just trying to figure out if I could even shoot down these missiles. This was supposed to be just a test, and it turned out to be a full-on match. But so I'm parked here, and then I spot that there's a launch on me. The little round dot is a missile. Can I go for 2? Yes, there we go. The second Hellfire has been shot down. Feeling pretty good, but there's 2 Apaches just off the side there. The line, of course, is pointing where your radar is looking. Looking for these Apaches, but I don't see them visually. There's one that just crested the hill. There's a launch. I point my target at it, press enter to lock the target. There's a guiding reticle, but the flight profile, and okay, I'm dead. So yeah, the flight profile of the Hellfire missile, it's definitely a little bit different because it does not quite have the same ballistic arch as the computer predicts, so it will end up going a little bit lower than where the target is pointing at. The other important thing that I realized is that I cannot ford water with the Tunguska. For some reason, I was under the impression that it can navigate water. It cannot navigate water, it sinks. Alright, okay, that's 2 Tunguskas that I've lost. Here's my third one. Using trees for cover. The map is available in the description below, so you can download that and try it out yourself. You do need combined arms, so you just press jump into this game, press F10, find a tunguska, press Alt-J to jump into it. Use the arrows to drive around. Check your controls and binds, but basically Z and X will change your gear. You have to be in gear to drive forwards or back. Enter will lock a target. Right mouse button, left mouse button, primary, secondary weapon. But E will actually change your guns to missiles. In the Tunguska, you can turn your radar on and off, and you can do right control plus and minus to zoom your radar in and out. So here I've got another missile launch on me. It's a little dot, and it's coming towards me. The dots are missiles, the rectangles are helicopters, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to pull in under these trees and see what happens. Just chilling out. I'm hoping that I've positioned myself so that the missile would hit the trees. Very nice, I survive again. The drunken Russian wins. Okay, well, not wins, but at least survives. There is no way to win against a whole bunch of Apaches. Alright, let's try to sneak out. Try to get a beat on these choppers. They're hiding low, they're flying around, and they're definitely staying out of the way here. I mean, they're using trees for cover. My radar is picking up intermittently. And as I'm trying to get a lock on this guy, get him locked, but he's turning away. What's happening is I'm being distracted. There's a group of choppers that's one way, and there's another group of choppers that is over to the north. And they're basically baiting me in one direction or another. So here I've got them locked. I lose the lock, but then as soon as I turn away and start paying attention, I see that there's a missile inbound. Start reversing. There's a little dot that's blinking. That's a missile that's coming in. That's a hellfire. Let's see if I can use these trees for cover. My only hope is that I've positioned myself in such a fashion that the missile can't fly between the trees and hit me. No, I didn't position myself correctly enough. The missile got through the trees and got me. Alright, well, that leaves me with main battle tanks. Now, the main battle tanks definitely don't like trees, and I don't like them either. So here I fired armor-piercing, fin-stabilized rounds just randomly at trees because I hate trees, and the tanks are real slow. If you've got mouse cursor acceleration, you can actually speed up the movement of your turret slightly. But the Russian tanks, the T-90s, have the Reflex Cobra missile, which I've switched to here. This is, again, a beam-riding, laser-guided missile that you can fire right out of the barrel. And I'm like, I'm going to get you, chopper. You are going down. Try to lock him up, and off goes my Reflex, heading towards the chopper. It's looking good. It's looking good. Am I going to get a hit chopper with a missile? Oh, baby, this is... Oh, god damn it! Alright, another chopper came up and shot me in the butt. No problem. I've got a BTR-80. I'm like, okay, I can hit the light post. I'm just going to hang out here and wait for the chopper to come back. I've got a 14.5mm cannon here. I'm cool. I've got some rounds. Oh, here comes the chopper. Not a problem. Lock him up and start shooting. Oh, he's going... Oh, no. Here comes a hellfire. Damn it. Okay. This sucks. Lesson learned. So, BTR spots another chopper. That's the chopper that killed my other BTR. Pop some rounds in his direction. Not sure if I'll hit him at this range, but I'm trying my best. Really trying. There's a couple of hits on the Apache. The Apache doesn't care. He just goes, I'm just going to use terrain for cover. Go screw yourself. Now, that taught me a valuable lesson. Is I've got one BTR left and one Tunguska. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to go hide my BTR. Because the chopper's flying towards my Tunguska. I don't want my BTR to get shot. I need to park it somewhere. I'll go visit Grandma and get some sandwiches. A little bit of drifting there. And just back this thing up gently under this building. This way I've got pretty good cover. Hopefully the Apache doesn't see my last BTR and doesn't kill me. I'm looking pretty good. Feeling pretty good about myself. Alright, my last Tunguska. So I've got 8 missiles. I've got autocannons. This is good. And there's 2 Apaches still flying around. One I think was RTBing. Nope, they were both flying around. Another one had RTB'd because they ran out of weapons. So it's me against 2 Apaches. They're hunting for me. F10 map is available, and I'm the only one who can use it because that is part of the agreement, because I am kind of dumb without a GCI. Well, the logic dictates that I should climb up a mountain because I need radar coverage, and I am picking up an Apache behind me, as you can see on my radar. Just as I climb up the mountain and try to turn around, I realize that there's really crappy brakes on this tunguska, and I start sliding down the mountain. Great. Like, reverse brakes. Handbrake. Press H for handbrake. And there's an Apache. I pick him up just above the crest of the hills. Within launch authorization. Gunner view. A little bit of a lead on the missile shot. It's a really, really hard shot. Can I... Oh, there we go. Boom. Apache down. Perfect. Good night, Mr. Apache. Alright. This is feeling pretty good. There was another Apache in the area somewhere. I don't know if he had informed his friend, but I can see him on the radar that he's flying towards me. I just can't see him visually. He's somewhere in front of me. But I do see the missile launch. At this point, my brakes are set, but for some reason I start sliding down the mountain. Just as I realize that I need to get to cover, I'm just watching that missile. It just flies right by me, impacts the mountain. I'm very happy right now. I am incredibly happy that for some reason the missile lost track, and my tunguska has survived. Where that Apache went, I don't know. All I can do is just look around. Well, okay, so the tunguska is really far, so what I do is I realize that the Apaches have RTB'd, so I jump back into my BTR and start looking for that Apache. Got map view, so I know the Apache is heading home back to base, and I do need to cross the river, which means that in a BTR I can actually traverse water. Okay, so across the river, heading towards the base. I think that's Kutasi, and what I realized here is that you can actually, in a armored vehicle, you can actually drive through the walls around a base, because I was going to go all the way around, etc., etc., and because I was driving in, well, I was driving a little too fast there, I did break the wall, and I realized then that my tunguska had done the same thing, except I didn't see the break in the wall. So pretty neat here. The BRDM, the T90, they all have very similar controls. I haven't tried javelins or anything else yet, but for the Russian Red 4 side, this is pretty neat. So you can actually drive through and just take out walls. No, Combined Arms is not as detailed as being in an Su-27, but it is still a lot of fun. It is so much fun. You guys should definitely try it. And check out the Red Star server. I'm actually going to add some player controllable vehicles. Just search for RS in DCS Open Beta, and you're going to find the server there. And some player drivable vehicles, and you can somebody can get into an Apache, somebody can get into a BTR, and you guys can have a hiding session. Who can hide, who can survive, and then you can meet up at the airport and have a beer afterwards. Well, if you guys both survived and ran out of weapons, then yeah, you can definitely do that. Otherwise, battle to the end. Anyway, there's Combined Arms for you, and with the Apache module, you don't need an Apache to enjoy the Apache.